Hello everyone, back with an IRS tax refund update. On today's episode, as we prepare to close out the month of June, with many of you still waiting on those tax refunds, we do have the latest update from the IRS on where things currently stand. Meanwhile, we've seen movement over the last several days when it comes to refund updates for those electronic tax filers, so we'll take a look at the refund dates some are now seeing, as well as the incorrect notice that is still being sent out by the IRS, and what you may have to do if you mailed your tax return to the IRS Fresno Processing Center. Now, taking a look at the latest update from the IRS, who once again increased the amount of backlog tax returns to now 11.2 million. This is up 200,000 returns from our update last week and an increase of 1.4 million backlog returns in just the last month. As we reported previously, the IRS continues to underreport the backlog of returns that many of you, in fact, are waiting on. Just last week, the IRS publicly stated there are 19 million paper returns needing processing. Plus, once you factor in all those electronic returns many of you are waiting on, we're looking at something in the neighborhood of 25 million returns still needing processing. These numbers are in fact important to share because it gives an insight of how bad these problems continue to be and how these delays will carry on through the summer and into the fall. Meanwhile, for the first time in several months, we're seeing a significant increase in taxpayers who are reporting they are finally seeing that refund date when checking their refund status results. In the last several days, we've seen a sizable group of electronic filers who filed as far back as February, reports seeing their refund date now set for June 29th as seen here. Do keep in mind the refund status tracker is still not always accurate, so make sure to check your tax transcripts and locate the 846 code with the 2022 date to confirm if you're part of this latest refund batch. If you're part of this June 29th refund batch and do not receive your refund via direct deposit by July 5th, then you may need to initiate a payment trace with the IRS to locate that payment. If the direct deposit is bounced back to the IRS due to a closed bank account, the IRS will in turn automatically generate a paper check to be mailed out to the address on file, usually within 30 days. Meanwhile, we're still hearing from taxpayers who are indicating they are receiving the CP2000 notice like seen here from the IRS, indicating proposed changes to their tax return, and in most cases, they now have an amount owed to the IRS. In past years, anywhere between 3 to 6 million tax filers have been sent one of these notices, and has to do with discrepancies on your tax return versus what is being reported by a third party, such as an employer, to the IRS. This could be that a taxpayer forgot to include a W-2 or 1099 when filing their taxes, or there is a discrepancy between the amount you entered on your tax return versus what the IRS received from the issuer of that W-2 or 1099, such as an employer or client. Once the IRS makes any revisions, taxpayers could see additional charges from a few $100s to tens of thousands depending on the discrepancy. We do know some of these notices are being sent out in error, which has happened in past years, and the IRS blamed that on computer errors. If you receive this notice but have already paid any balance owed, simply retain confirmation that your payment was in fact processed by the IRS as proof. Meanwhile, a number of you paper filers who are still waiting on your refunds have indicated you mailed your tax return to the Fresno, California IRS Processing Center. However, the Fresno Processing Center officially closed last year, and anyone who previously sent the returns there should have instead mailed it to the Ogden, Utah facility. It cannot be confirmed, but only assumed the IRS is forwarding those returns received at Fresno over to the Utah facility. If you're among this group, it is suggested to attempt to reach the IRS or taxpayer advocate about guidance in resending those tax returns to the correct address. We're also continuing to be asked by taxpayers who are seeing tax topic 152 in the refund status results page. Again, that is a normal tax processing code and not an indicator of a problem. However, if you're seeing tax topic 151 as seen here, then that is an indication of a potential problem. However, the code is still a general code, so it does not indicate exactly what problem you could be facing. Let us know in the comment section below what problem you're currently experiencing. In the meantime, we will keep monitoring the situation for further developments, so make sure to click on the thumbs up and subscribe button below for future updates on this channel, and thanks for watching.